2 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He had a great week last week. Well over 100 on the ground with a score. It's the Seahawks and the Browns.
Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. First carry for Nick Chubb to about the 48-yard line. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow on the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 11, on first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. After the pick 6, here's Burrow again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former #3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And according to Next Gen's, and all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6". They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Walker now on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. They run again with Walker. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The Seahawks had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it can be quite an advantage.
Seahawk football here in his start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
On play action, they'll throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. With that, he matches his receiving yards from plenty of shouts from his crowd as they watch the replay. They want to check. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Burrow's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one person out. Davis to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Down the right sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Browns have come back to make it a 2-point game.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
Taken in at the 3.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable. And really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Walker with another carry. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Straight ahead, Walker.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On second down, here's Penny. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's Walker.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second.
Again, Walker.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime with a visiting...
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead as they begin this drive, 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And going right back to Walker.
And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Now a run with Walker.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go play action here on first down. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Again, it's Walker.
Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. On the handoff, this is now a loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Hand off here to Walker.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Now some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
We're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out right at the 25.
234 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back to Walker on first down.
And he's got some space here.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 73 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Walker is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
And Walker once more.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Burrow on first down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Inside handoff, Penny.
He'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Penny up the middle.
And able to get this to the 31.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A handoff to Penny. And he's going to take this down. First down at the Browns' 25. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Penny, a first down carry.
71 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 24. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to...
There he goes, right side. 20, 10, touchdown, Browns. David Njoku with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here's a give to Penny. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Penny. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. Now Rashad Penny down to about the 23. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Let's go now.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run with Penny. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Here we go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. This is Penny. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this Browns defense stands tall. Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter play.
11 mighty. 11
Throwing, Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. Got a man, and Schwartz complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock with just under 20 seconds to go. To throw, Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
12. 11 MP.
Burrow. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. The beat on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dotted signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off,